Good morning, good evening, and welcome to FRL Live F1 this evening on a very fine, chilling afternoon. At 7 o'clock as well. It's really cold, especially I'm looking outside right now. And yeah, we've got Singapore coming up for you this evening, so I'm watching the stream and I can hear myself talk. Turn that off. But yeah, thank you for tuning in and watching F1 this evening. We're supposed to be having a minimum 14 drivers, but we only got two, so there's 12. So there's two missing. Hopefully they will join in eventually, but yeah, it looks like we've only got 14, which is I think it just sums up in my voice right there. But the show must go on this evening. Like I said, it's around Singapore, one of the first night races of the F1. So my Discord's still blowing up. My battery's taking a beating, as always. But yeah, Singapore was one of the first F1 night races in this current era. Back in 2008 was the first ever night race won by Fernando Alonso, and the strategic strategy by Renault at the time, which they accused cheating a year later. So that was fun. There has been a few changes through this track since then. Obviously, the little Mickey Mouse section in the middle sector, that is now gone. It's just a completely left, right, and then back to left over the bridge. And obviously, we know from this game we've got the new back straight heading towards the final sector, which that's all cut off now. So there should be more overtaking than normal, as we have seen last night in F2. If anyone's watching, thank you for watching then. We're hoping to get some more action like this again tonight, but like I said, we've only got 13 drivers now, so we are missing just one person. As we're waiting to get underway, 6 minutes past the hour, and yeah, we're just literally just waiting to see what happens. Yeah, there's only 14, which is a shame, but at this stage, it's hardly surprising anymore. It has been good for the last few weeks, even with reserves from F2 and just reserves in general. It's been good, but yeah, tonight people doesn't feel like it for some reason. Obviously, some people have got their daily things to do, but half of them don't really bother letting us know why. But we are on the way this evening. Between last week and tonight, there has been a couple drivers going as well, like Vaporizer, the championship leader, I believe, has now gone. He says he's joined another league. Wish him all the very wishes to that, but it's a shame that he couldn't finish the season off with us. So he is now gone. Let's just get the standings up. Yeah, Vaporizer, who was the championship leader, but now he is gone. And this is sadly looks like it's it, which is annoying and quite So I got a message about people's appearance this evening. It's nothing that we can do right now. But yeah, Vaporizer was your championship leader, but now it's name changer, who is here this evening. Hopefully he can get back his championship lead, or we'll still probably be classed as a championship leader. Followed by Bunty Macho, who is here. No, he's not. He's not here either. Followed by David, Zero, Tom, and latest Neil Sano in 9th and Rudy in 10th. And yeah, this is this could be quite a dreary stream, I have to say, which I do apologise for, but what else can we do with what we've got at the minute? So we get the track back up, and if you see the Mercedes of Zero, the guy going out the first time, on a very cold track as well, so this will be the first banker lap of the evening. As he's followed by his teammate as well, Bunty, who is probably classed as second in the championship. I believe we're taking that. Now Zero is probably gone. But followed by the Ferrari of latest behind, which is on a charge in his championship. The last few races has been really good for him, challenging for wins and podiums. Especially got that brilliant win in... No, he didn't get the win in Hungary, my mistake. He went to two-stop, chasing down Zero, but never worked out for him. But still good drive from him at that time. Obviously name changer, probably the new current championship leader now, going out on track. As you see, most of the guys are out on track now. Charlie, Bulow, and... Oh, he wasn't late as I was on. Sorry, now he's comes out. It was Sanu that was on, clearly on his mediums strategy. Probably prove a point for the little dig I gave him earlier. But we'll see what he can do in F1's terms. Let's go on board with Zero, who's going to be the first guy to complete a lap here. He goes down in turn one, take it nice and easy. You don't really have to attack the curb too much around here, because as soon as you touch the curbs around here, especially down on the inside, your car will bounce slightly. They managed to keep it under control. They're heading down the first DRS zone of the lap. Very good opportunities for overtaking down here in the race. Cut the curb slightly then, and still keeping it on track. Very nice so far. Obviously he's still keeping it towards the apex, but not touching it to unbalance the car. Obviously it's all about throttle control as well around here, because it's very slidey around here, this part of the circuit. And it's how dare you can get close to the wall to get your best braking zone. Because obviously that's what happens to George Russell in real life. He went a bit too eager, and he managed to clip to his tyre, which cost him out of the race. Hopefully we won't have that at all this evening. And obviously we're skipping all the way through the last sector here, and this is another best place for opportunities to overtake. Getting close to the wall on exit, keeping the car under control on exit as well. And the back end's flying on the floor up to the line. The first banker time is a 29.3. What about his teammate though? Would it be the first one? No, I think it would be Sano on the mediums, who's done a 161 in the middle sector. But it doesn't look like he's pushing this up compared to the battery that we can see on our screen. But I think he's pushing now. And let's see where it puts him at the minute, a 31.4. So I think he just made a mistake on the first part of the lap. Here's Bunty though, missing the apex slightly, the second to last corner, but he gets up to the line very nicely indeed with a 28.6. Very good starting lap from him. It's Mercedes 1-2 of course. Ball Boy's up in third, just ahead of Neil Sano, who is on the mediums. As we see, Macho is here. I thought it would normally be in the Ferrari. Okay, he's driving for Williams now. He's up to P2 as Perez in from P3. I still can't pronounce your name. It's never going to work. His name change goes to P3 as we speak. Who else is on our lap? Bulow is just starting his lap. Tom's gone fastest with a 28.1. Bulow's getting some slipstream off the Alpine. As we see Markey on his out lap. Latest is he going to come up the line. He's invalidated his lap, so he's going to have to go again, probably on the same set, because this is only the first run of qualifying. Track is still getting higher, which will be more grippier. You can improve on the same tyre as long as it sticks for you on every exit of corners. As now Sano has now come up to the line, still P8, and it's still 29.8. So I think we can still come in with Bulow. He's now just about to finish his lap. One of the first lappers out of 4 at the minute. Grazing the wall as well to the second to last corner. Riding the curb there as well, coming up towards the line, and he stays in P10. The wooden spoon off the timing sheets. Now here's Markey, who's about to start his lap. He is following Bulow in his dirty air. As he always gets a little bit of wiggle out of turn 3. And Bulow gets out of the way. Yellow flags in sector 1, and I think that was Bulow. What about who else has still completed the lap his latest? Down last place at the minute, but he hasn't yet to do a lap. Oh, he's coming in the pits. Oh, he's invalidated as well. There's a throw of Sano. I think, is he going again? No, I don't think he is. So I think it is literally Markey who is a reserve driver for this evening. And obviously he's a bit shocked about the attendance that's been arrived, so, but I do appreciate he's taking part, so I do appreciate it, my old mate. But let's see if he can actually perform with the big boys in F1. So he's just the fastest middle sector, but that could be a glitch on the mini map. It's all about what's on his screen in the top right hand corner. If he is set in purple in that will make all the difference. But let's see, Tom is fastest of all at this stage with a 28.1. And let's see what Markey does coming up towards the line. Let's see where this puts him. P7 with a 29.3. Which is not too bad. He's ahead of Ivo, Sano, Ballboy, Bulow as well. Charlie and Latest is still yet to put a lap, which I believe they are just about to come out now. I see an Aston Martin going into the pits. As we see, name changer gone out in a new fresher tyres. Letting everyone through here. As we are waiting, who would be the first one across the line? I believe it would be the Alpine or Ball. No, it won't be him. It could be Macho here in third place, which I'm pretty sure he is a Ferrari driver, but unless he has put himself in reserves as well. But let's see what he can do on his fresh set of boots. Now the track is more grippier now. It's slowly coming alive. Let's see what his second attempt will put in now. And they're hugging up to turn 1, stay on the edge of the white line as he possibly can to get the better line through turn 1. He misses turn 2 slightly, and he has to let off the throttle slightly out exit of turn 3. He's got to try and make that all up. And he's hit the wall as well, quite heavily as well. He probably lose another 2/10 out of that. I don't know if he's got damage in the process. He's still going, so I don't think there's too much damage. Did miss the apex slightly though, at turn 5 I believe. Looks like he's really fighting the car here, unless it's just a setup issue or he has got a little bit of damage. He is missing apex slightly here and there, so, and he's just grazed the wall again on the right hand side this time, so he must have a little bit of damage. But he's still going, he's still committed, he still thinks there's more time, and then he's gone purple as well in the middle sector, but he's gone wide, and that's an invalidation lap, which to me is really pointless having that invalidation lap in that part of the corner, which is not really fair. I don't think you gain too much out of that. It shouldn't really be there in my opinion. But we'll go on Ivo now. He looks like he's pushing quite hard. Don't make sure you don't go off too much where that white line is, where Macho invalidated his lap. Let's see where it will put him. There's a McLaren up ahead trying to find race position, track position. We'll go on name changer actually. He's just ahead of him. Will he prove his position? No, he doesn't. He still stays in P4, but Ivo up into P5 now with a 29.0. 4 tenths behind name changer in 4th. Here comes Mercedes though. Which one is it? He's about to start his lap. Ball Boy's next. Coming across the line, still stays P10. And no fuel at all. With just over 6 minutes to go, still got plenty of time to get some good times on the board. Charlie's still staying in the pits. I think he's just doing his. It's either one lap or start from the back, but at this stage, I don't think it really matters because obviously this is the longest track of all. As Bunty goes off with a 28.0, that's a very good time from him. And 10th, yeah, literally a 10th ahead of Tom, the Scouser, I believe. Obviously did a brilliant display last time out in Monza for the Ferraris. Absolutely dominant display. As now Tom himself has gone off with invalidation time lap as well, same time as Macho. As latest now has got his first lap in, and he's so close to get his pole back. That's his first run as well. 10,000, 16,000 of a second just behind pole. Can't get any closer than that, or can he? We'll find out later as everyone is coming in the pits at the back. What about Zero? He's coming in as well. Aston Martin of Bulow. He's coming in as well. So yeah, very good time from Bunty latest as well, but we're still yet to see what Tom could have done, and Macho as well. Could they have improved their time? And now Sano is gone out on. I think he's coming in to get a fresh set of boots on. I think he just hold position, I think, or lost position to Ivo. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Surely no one is cooking at this stage, which by the way, who's cooking what? I know I probably explained this last week with Zook, but who's cooking in their car? Look, unless they got a trailer, a food trailer behind their bloody thing, who's cooking what? Oh, he's cooking in the turn 1 with some baked beans. There's no one's cooking. They're driving. Like, you could probably steaming through the field. That's a classic phrase. But cooking, I think I'm just feeling too old. Hearing all this cooking nonsense as Sano's just wiggling down the straight into his pit box. There's now everyone's in the pits apart from Bulow, former rival of mine, back in F3, and a worthy world champion at that. Obviously, with just over 3 minutes to go, this will probably be his last run of the session as Charlie retires. A posh boy retires, ladies and gentlemen, unless his butler's giving him a Bible lesson. I don't know. You don't know with this guy. He's either washing dishes or talking to his butler. It's like a crap version of Batman, to be honest, with him. But Bulow is on his own. Hopefully the track doesn't cool down when he's just the only one. That's what my concern is. Obviously now he's picking up rubber on his tyres, which will affect his time. I think this is pretty much one of the tracks that has the rubber offline, if that makes sense. I think all the tracks are pretty much okay with rubbers offline, but around here they really do stick to you quite well if you don't pick your lines right. Which hopefully that won't be a problem in the race. But Is he pushing? Now he is. Now he's waiting to the last possible moment to get a good launch onto the pitch straight to get stars. Probably his final lap of the season. As had a comment, something F3 from Charlie. No one really cares. But one ball with Bulow. His last final run, only done in P12 at the minute. Very good steady first sector here, and he's going to get a good slipstream off of Ferrari. That's probably going to help him in the first sector, which he does. He's already improved by 3/10, but he goes wide slightly. He still keeps the lap. He might have to lift off though, which probably hesitated him. But he braces of all as well. That's probably another 10th gone as well. He's got traffic all around him. I say all around him. It's all in the middle part of the lap. I think he's going to miss all of that. Look how close he is to the wall. It's like how you get pole round here is how dare you get close to the wall, and he is trying to prove that now. Trying to make up that little mistake in the middle sector, bouncing the curb there slightly that pushes you wide. But he holds it very well. Now it's just 3 corners to go. Simple right, left, and left again. That's all we hesitate is oversteering as well. We have to correct it, but he should still be on a very good time. Probably improved by 4/10. He should be in the low 29s. No, he doesn't. He only improves one position and he's still in the 130s. It's a shame, as I think Marky's starting his flying lap as well. Who else is behind? I believe it's Pele and AlphaTauri. I'm just going to call you Pele. I think that is. He is starting his lap. I think it was Ivo. Yeah, Ivo up into P4. Great stuff from him. What about the Ferraris? Latest. He's about to start his lap. What about Leo Sano behind? He's also starting his lap. Zero, who is on a lap. Bunty, I think he's already starting his lap. Yes, he is. So we'll come back to them lot later on. But I think it's Ballboy next. Time is now hit 0, so everyone is on their final push lap. Obviously, Ballboy is pretty much last place in quali with a 133, and he stays in P12 with a 133. Only just marginally improves. What about Tom? He's done a 27.9. He's the first man in the 127s. Brilliant lap from him. But what about the guys behind? What about Bunty? What about the 2 Ferraris? Laters, name changer as well. Name changer's come in. He's not happy. He's down in P6. And actually, Zeri doesn't improve. I think he did, but not by much. What about Marky? On his debut for FRL, coming across the line now, he's in P10. That's up to P5. Brilliant lap from him. Not far away from pole, actually. Only like probably about 6/10 on his debut. Brilliant stuff from him, mixing with the F1 drivers. But what about latest? He's up in P3 at the minute. And he's not improving. He's lost time. He's made a mistake. What about Neil Sano? He's invalidated his lap. And that's Bunty as well. Bunty's in the pits. So they all made mistakes on their final run. And then Ivo comes across the line, but he already completed his lap before, as that is your qualifying done. Wow, Tom with a stonking lap there. That could have been his pole lap from before, but he managed to keep it up on the tarmac this time. I say tarmac, everything's bloody tarmac. But he takes pole position for the Singapore Grand Prix. Only a 10th ahead of Bunty, but I'm pretty sure Bunty had traffic behind Neil Sano, I think it was, and probably lost downforce in his front tyres. So I think that's why he came into the pits. But P2 nonetheless for him. Look at the top 3, very close together. Very indeed. There could be a good fight between them two. But here it is, your top 3, Tom, Bunty, and latest is top 3, followed by Macho, Marky on his debut, P5, Ivo, name changer for P7, Sano for P8, for P9, Zero for P10. That's your top 10, followed by Bulow, Ballboy, and of course, Charlie the Butler, or Posh Boy, whatever you want to say. He is in last place, as always. But we'll see what the race holds up for us. Obviously, it is the one of the longest race of the calendar we've got. Obviously, you had Monza last week, one of the shortest, and we're up to the longest round here. And we don't know if we're going to get any rain at all. Probably not. It doesn't look like we got any rain at this stage. Ivo, decent lap with no practice. I can imagine if you did get a couple of practice and you could be in the top 3 maybe. Some things never change. Me too in quality again. Looking at Discord messages. Yeah, the first night race in F1 in 2008 where Fernando Alonso won it from outside the top 10, I believe. I think he was outside the top 10 or was knocked out in Q1. I'm not too sure. But with some game plans at Renault at the time, he managed to get him the win with PK crashing out. And 2009 was Lewis in the McLaren. 2010 was Fernando again in the Ferrari. 2011 was Vettel. 12 was Vettel. 13th was Vettel again. I'm just going by pure knowledge here. 2014 Hamilton. 15 Vettel in the Ferrari. 16 Rosberg. 17 Hamilton after Vettel had his collision with his teammate and side pod as well damaged. 2018 Hamilton getting chased by Verstappen at the time. Pretty much, I think, one of the first battles they've had in their career. I think the very first one was 2016, as we see Bunty making sure his tyres are lining up well. Goes for a little Spinella, as we might as well get the tyres up. I'm just spamming buttons at this point. And we've got the map up. There we go. I'll get that going as well. But yeah, that's your tyres there. Only 2 people gone for the mediums, which is Sono and Ivo, so they should have a good launch off the start. So it should be a simple one stop as Bunty's trying to get through the field. As very gingerly as possible, because everyone's trying to get their tyres warmed up now. They come towards the end of the race. Yeah, it was 2018 Hamilton, 2019 Vettel, 2020 I think it was Hamilton again, and 21 Verstappen, I believe. I'm not too sure, but that was then. This is now. Tom's leading the way with Bunty later, which is top 3. What could Macho do in the Williams this time? Very rare to see him in there. What about the debut for Marquis, Ivo as well? Name change down the bottom as well. He's not used to being there. But let's just see. Pele's not having a good parking position. But let's see up front as the times glitches behind. As you see, 5 red lights. Good camera angle from everyone. But here we go, lights out and away we go. As we see the Williams and Macho getting a very good start from 4th. As we see the Aston Martin going around the outside of the AlphaTauri. The Ferrari of late is going to be around the outside of Bunty as well, up to turn 3. Up to turn 4 as well, he's got the inside as well. And would he have the position? Oh, we don't. I think he does. Let's look at the back here. Charlie's still holding the wooden spoon with Ball Boy, Zero, Sano. Neil Sano's lost a few places on the mediums. He's trying to look down the inside of the AlphaTauri as the Aston Martin gets pushed out wide. Going to be 3 brush wide. still leaving the gap between the pair of them. Obviously, Pele has to get out of the way. Doesn't want to do a Kevin Magnussen. There's contact as well between Buelow and Nilsano. As Buelow backs out, but it looks like he's going back again on the outside. Sano takes the bumpy inside coming towards the bridge, and he's put him out in position. As I think the hard tyres are still finding it hard to find temperature. As the timings have gone from my screen, I believe, but Tom has got a comfortable gap ahead. I believe it will be a second, followed by latest Macho in third now, with Bunty dropped down 2 places. As Marquis still holds position in 5th place. Good play from him with Ivo, Macho as a... Oh, name change has gone in. Has he picked up damage? Let's have a look. I'm looking at the times. Sorry, give me a sec. Spamming buttons. There we go. Also, but yeah, it looks like he's got a front wing change there, so he's going to force himself into a 2-stop, probably with mediums for the rest of this race, unless there will be a safety car, which will help him really. But if there's not, it's going to be a quiet race for him, sadly. But Bunty's still trying to hang on. Marky's actually on the back of him now. Obviously DRS is not available at this stage. Will be on the next lap. But looking at the battery so far, this track can really kill your battery as well. It's not really very easy to get it back either, unless you're in the DRS of someone off lifting coasting as well. So it's going to be really difficult to get the battery consistently, but Tom is still pulling away. So he got a second, and I had to use any of his battery compared to latest, who was already down to halfway. And so Macho's trying to match Tom on battery life, and he is doing really well at the minute. But now DRS is now available, with Tom setting the pace with a 32.6. Let's see what name change he could do on the mediums time wise. But or lifting off the rear tyres, exit of turn 3. We're doing really well. What about the medium runners currently of Ivo? Excuse me. Ivo is he's just holding on to a second with the hard runners of Marquis at least. Marquis dropped off a second now of Bunty, but he's having a good start so far. But behind, Buelow and Zera are fighting. Mercedes powered engineers. Buelow looks like he's attacking a bit more, and he's unsettling the car slightly. He's trying to push himself a bit too hard instead of the car, but now he's defended well. But on the exit, it's just very hard to defend against, and he's got the move done on Buelow. What about Pele down the inside of Buelow, gets the move. He managed to keep it under control at least. I thought he was going to spam right in front of Buelow on exit, but he managed to hold it together as the two Aston Martins are sandwiching the AlphaTauri in the middle. And they're going to try and work together. I think they're just going to try and do their own race so far, as Ball Boy is nearly 2 seconds down on the guys ahead. But Tom up ahead still is latest still got in company, so it's Macho behind. There's more company to latest than he is to Tom. So this could be a good fight between these three. I don't think they'll be fighting too much in the first stint at least. I think it's all about consistency and tyre life at the end. Who's got who will have the best game plan of them all, because tyres on this game, the fresher they are, the faster you will be. Compared to old tyres and new tyres, it's massive. It's absolutely insane. So, but they could come back to you right at the end of the race. So it's all about who's going to have the better call on this one. It will be the early undercut, or you try and go for an overcut by staying out as a few laps, but have the better tyres at the end of the race, which could help you. And obviously, one stop and two stop, they are pretty similar. Obviously, you've seen from Sarno yesterday, but he did have a damage on his first stint, I believe, which made him go into two. So I think he was going to go for one stop with a soft medium for a gamble strategy. But either way, I think he made the comeback superb. So I think it is an even Steven strategy. But with the top three, what could they going to do? Are they pushing each other? Are they just being calm about it so far? Either way, Latest is getting a full blast of Williams behind more than the McLaren. But then when I say that, he's right behind the McLaren. So I think it's all. Yeah, I think he's probably just managing his tyres a little bit because he's not following anyone. Latest is obviously following him, but Macho's getting the same benefit of double slipstream, but double probably the punishment as well for the tyres, as it looks like he's going to dive upon, well, make a move exit of the bridge, but it doesn't work out for him. There's yellow flags in the middle sector, and there's a safety car. Obviously, Bureau lost it. Oh, he lost it where George Russell lost it. Probably clipped the tyre really and just lost it altogether. I don't know what actually happened. He was with these two in the process, but I don't think there's any damage. But it's going to help Macho as Tom stays out, but Macho makes the call. I think he's going to go for a medium strategy, but he's got a 5-second penalty in the process, so that's going to hurt him when it comes to his next mandatory pit stop. And it looks like he's the only one making that call. When I say that, Sarno's making the call now, and he must be going for a medium combat. No, he's going for the hards. That's very interesting. So he thinks he can probably get to the end. Now a few cars has actually come into the box. Pelle's come in. He's going for the mediums. He's probably going to go for a medium strategy or medium soft strategy. Charlie's got damage. So did Charlie and Buelow collide? Did the two teammates collide here? There's Bullboy's pits as well. He's on the mediums. I think he did start it in the mediums as well, I think. No, he didn't. He started on the hard. So he's going to be on the mediums. What about name changer? Is he going to go back to the hards? No, he's got a 5-second penalty though. But I don't think it really matters now because everyone will be together when we get going. He is on another medium set tyres. So I think he's going to go for a medium soft strategy. Because I'm pretty sure you can only have two medium sets and two soft sets. So that could be a very tactical decision. So I think the guys who have made their pit stop, especially on the mediums, they'll probably go for a medium soft. Unless they can keep their tyres okay to get to the end, but I don't think they'll have the grip at the end, probably with 7 laps to go. So it'd be quite interesting who's actually gained a lot more or lost it. Obviously when the guys in front make their actual pit stops, they will be coming out a long way back, probably like 23 seconds. Either way, when you look at the guys who made their pit stop, especially Bullboy, he's still trying to catch up halfway through the lap. So it is quite a big time loss when you make a pit stop. But I'm pretty sure the guys who have not stopped will put on the mediums. Apart from Ivor, I'm quite interested in what he's going to do and see. Because if he was going to go for the hards, wouldn't you put them on anyway to try to match up with the rest of the field? Otherwise it's going to be very much out of sync if he will put on the hards later. But yeah, again, could he stretch out for the softs from here on mediums? And even that, would he have the pace as well? No, has he still got the pace to challenge Marquis the last time we looked at these two? But we have to wait and see by that. So it'll be quite interesting who's gained and who's lost here by the end of the race. Because obviously these are F1 drivers, they can be very careful and they're very good racecraft, but can they push and be very gentle with their tyres to get them to the end? I think they can. And maybe one or two think they can as well. But I don't think they're going to have the grip. I think the grip will be too far gone as well. But I think they'll put themselves in their position, put themselves in a position to not pit, where their rivals are gaining probably 2 seconds a lap on them. So it's a very risky call, but we will find out for the next probably like 20 minutes, half an hour or so. But the safety car comes in and Name Changer is at the back of this group now, and he can finally get some racing going around the Singapore Grand Prix. Obviously, where does Tom go? He's not a stranger to these restarts. He did it well in Monza a week ago. So let's see if Latest can match him as well on reaction. But I think he's keeping a fair little distance, but I think he wants to get a good run on the probably Latest down to turn 1. And away they go, off he goes. It's it's Ivo. He lost it on the exit, and that's it. He's gone. He dropped it out of the exit. I don't know what corner it is, but wow, I don't think he heated up his tyres too much. As Pele's gone challenging the Ferrari of Sarno. Sarno's pretty much the leading pit runner. But yeah, Ivo, incredibly, he just dropped it, and he was one of the guys who didn't even pit. So I think he made the wrong call staying out. Tyres will probably get him worn. But now Sarno is making a move on Pele. Making a move on Zero. Around the outside. Keeping it clean, boys. And now he's got the inside line, the next corner, which should be his. And it does. Zero looks like he's getting pushed actually by Pele. But these guys are costing each other time here from the guys who haven't even made a pit stop yet. And look at the gap already. 2 seconds to the guys that have not made a pit stop. Apart from Macho. What's happened here between these three? As Neil Sarno's got a 3-second penalty. But here's Markey down the inside. Couldn't get the car turning enough. Bunty holds his position well. Did Markey pick up any damage from that? I'm not too sure. Hopefully there wasn't any damage. But Macho is on a charge with his fresh tyres. But could he get him to the end? No. That's the thing. I don't think these guys had any damage, which is really good to see. As look at the train back towards Zero for P8. As Charlie is keeping a good eye on these guys. Ballboy is only half a second away. DRS is not available at this stage. The Name Changer, already from last place in P12, already up into P7, and he's making these fresh tyres work for him against the hard. Oh, he bounced over the curb into Zano, but he managed to see that coming. What about behind as well? Zero and Pele. I think made contact ever so slightly. Charlie actually dropped behind Ballboy here. I think Ballboy took the opportunity. I think these guys were slowing each other down, and made Ballboy took an opportunity of that. He's just snitched 10th place off Posh Boy. But it's still a long way to go. We're only just about to hit lap 10 of 31. As Name Changer has gone around the outside of the. Ooh, Pele makes a mistake. The AlphaTauri's not really reacting well on this restart here. It looks like But Name Changer gets the move done, already up into P6 over 2 laps of racing since the safety car. Macho is up into second now with a 31.8, and he's already over the back of Tom. And I think it's just a little bit inevitable. Battery life is pretty similar, only 20% apart. But it's a little bit too little too late. I don't think Tom was expecting Macho to come fully through this quickly. As Macho is going around the outside of Markey. Ooh, a little bit of contact there, but managed to keep it clean. And I think the making the pit stop is the right call. Like I said, old tyres versus new tyres is insane. And I think they made a comeback on that. Obviously, a few people have made gone through the field, but some people still yet to do that. But they need to make these fresh tyres count, because they will be dropping off, and it will be an even playing field with the two compounds. Despite the medium tyres being much fresher, they should still drop off probably in a couple of laps' time. And they'll probably lose about a tenth a lap, 2/10 a lap. But Name Changer already up into fourth, challenging the latest. As Macho is now pulling away. And look at the gap already. He's got over 2 seconds already in one lap. I mean, we all know Macho has got the pace then to challenge for these wins, but that's insane. And obviously the tyre compounds are different and tyre life for that. 2 seconds. Wow. That's incredible. So we could be looking at some 2 different races here. Guys who have pitted and guys who have not pitted, because we can clearly see there's a massive difference as Ivo's now left the session. Clearly not sticking around for his teammates to support him, but he has got a penalty towards his name. As latest is now still putting the pressure on Tom, still on the same tyre compound and tyre life. So then two are still going to have a very good battle, probably for the final podium spot. I'm only saying finally because final podium spot, because Name Changer is still closing in on him. Not as rapidly as I thought now. I think he's just holding on to some tyre life. Spunty and Markey are still holding the gap between them, but now we got the fresh runners behind them of Sano, Pele, Ballboy, Charlie and Zero. I say Zero's dropped by nearly 3 seconds. And he is one of the guys who did not pit either, so he is in last place. As Pele and Zero's going side by side down into turn 1. As all this contact, oh hello, was that a spot of rain? That's short. That is short. That's got to be rain. Yeah, it's raining. This is why people get confused over the pit stops. We just forget about the rain at the heat of the moment. So this is why a match has got a 3-second bounty that we missed. I think this is why he's staying out and he's still pushing. So this is going to be very interesting coming to the pit stops, as we've got yellow flags in set to 0 and so. Oh, contact between the two. I think, was there some damp patches in the corner? I'm not too sure. Zero lets that back through. Safety car is deployed. I think that would be a very good indication of guys pitting for inters. We will find out through Macho, but yeah, we got completely surprised. And look at it coming down really rapidly. Actually, could it go really quick into full wet in when the safety car comes in? I mean, you can clearly see it in the night sky. Couldn't really see it at first, but you can definitely see it now. And it's already settling into the track. So, is this a proper wet race here? We'll have to wait and see what the drivers do. We'll go stay on board with Macho. And let's just see, as I believe everyone it will be coming in. And as they do, yes they do. Oh, he match has got a 5-second penalty. Will this be crucial? We'll find out. As you see, the Enter tyres are going to be on, putting on. And he keeps his position. Come on, Bunty, you can do it. Get the podium. Well, I'm pretty sure he is doing his best. He has got the debutant of Mark Evian, which is keeping him company. But look how quick it's just coming down. And I love it. This is just a side note. Wearing the headphones, Inspector, you can actually hear the rain quite clearly. Yeah, just a fun fact for you in the pit lane. But everyone is on the mediums. So that's why people didn't make the call to come in. But yeah, already like just over a lap, probably 2 laps we're still in racing conditions, that it's already dramatically wet. I don't think it will be wet tyre conditions. I'm still pretty much in there. But it's very, yeah, it's rapidly increasing. I don't know if it's still increasing now. But yeah, that's quite surprising. But yeah, Macho leads away with a brilliant call on the pit stops. No wonder he was fighting so hard to get through the pack, even put away as hard as he did. It paid off for him, but I think he would have liked not seeing the safety car straight away. Because now, oh crap, sorry, headphones. Because now he's got Laters behind him now, which I think he would rather have Tom behind instead of Laters. So I think Laters could be very competitive in the wet. I don't know to myself because I haven't really seen him race in the wet. But I think Macho would prefer to see Tom right behind him instead of Laters, put it that way. Because obviously Laters is not afraid to show his nose down the inside of people, inside the corners, making very nice moves. Surprising taking, not taking people out, surprising taking, I can't even get the word. Basically, surprise people. That's not. It's not a dig. It's not a dig to the latest. But he is in P2. Tom's dropped down to P3. He should still be happy with that. But from the pole man, it wouldn't be too good. Charlie's gone for the wets. So it must be dramatically coming down. But we'll find out, because I believe, because when you put a different type of wet tyre on, because Mark the engineer might say this rain might continue going down for the next 10 minutes or so. So that could be a good indication it's going to be heavy rain. But when you put the wet tyres on, it might say, we've got 10 minutes of this rain and everything's going to dry up. So Mark is not very clear when it comes to the weather side of things. Well, between the two wet tyres at least. But we will see. The track is still very shiny. No really puddles yet. As the safety car's got some LED lights underneath the floor. You see me rolling. I feel that's his low in life underneath the lights. But we are pretty much going to be halfway through the race at the end of this lap. And it'll be quite interesting of seeing if the tyres will make it at full pace, of course. But now the safety car comes in. Macho is now becomes your safety car, slowing the pack right down. But now let's just see, is Charlie can make it outpacked in this? Would he get this timing spot on? It does look like it's getting heavier, but we have to wait and see when we actually go racing. because he doesn't want to push those tyres too hard, or obviously those tyres will overheat and not have any front end grip. But we will see. Let's just try and keep an eye on that Dell between 9th and 10th, but we're on board with Macho. When is he going to go? When is he going to leave Latest for dead? He's going to leave him to dead now. He doesn't catch Latest napping, but he has got the better traction. And he's got the move, but he's gone wide. And that's just compromised his run. That's just going to compromise his run down the turn 1. He's Latest putting him under pressure. And he holds it just about, as everyone still keeps it clean. What about Charlie? Doesn't look like he's gained, so he lost second towards the next car. He's gaining by 2/10 on exit of turn 3. But Macho crucially still holds P1, but Latest is coming back on him. And he's making a move down into turn 5, I believe. Oh, he's locked up. Latest put the pressure on him. He's done the move and he's got the lead. And so is Tom. Tom's gone through, as Macho is not feeling the confidence on these tyres yet. He goes defensive, put under pressure, and he's locked up. And now he's got his good mate, name changer, behind him. Last season's rival. Well, Macho under pressure very early on. I didn't think I would see that in a while. But he's got P3. That's most crucial. But let's see if he still keeps the tyres under control and under temperature. Name changer's having a bit of a spin. Marky's all over the back of Bunty though. Obviously Bunty's got a fan in the chat cheering him on. But he's getting under pressure by the Red Bull though. Mercedes versus Red Bull. As Charlie's not losing too much time as Tom. I think Tom had a half spin there. Coming out of that corner, lost traction. Macho is losing. Williams doesn't like coming out of the corners in the wet. It's what I'm seeing at the minute. Especially in that last corner, that's twice now he's gone wide slightly. And again, fighting that car on the rear as well, to match Latest as well. Latest is not afraid in the rain. We've seen him Monza trying to hunt down his teammate as Charlie's picks is in the pits. He thought he had a go to get a move done. As you see, battle for P2 again between Macho and Tom. Tom tries to retake his P2. But Macho holds the inside line. Contact between the two. Name changes trying to make immense out of this. Try to get a position out of this. But yeah, Macho looks like he's struggling to align these conditions. I don't think he's liking this at all. He's literally dropped 2 seconds now to Latest. And Latest is just really calm on the throttle. And I think, look at the train that's holding on. Marky's going quite deep next to the bridge, but all pretty clean so far at this minute. Not jinxing. But yeah, that Williams doesn't look stable in the rain as Marky picks up a 3-second time penalty. As I think he's probably struggling with the rear as well. Hopefully it won't affect him too much. He's doing a brilliant race so far. Despite his comment of people, of how many people has turned up, I think he's enjoying this race so far. In with the big boys as well. Zero getting past Ballboy. As Pele is slowly dropping behind. As Charlie is gaining on them. So I think that will give him confidence to carry on. He's just probably waiting for another safety car, which honestly I could see coming because of I'm not saying Macho will crash up, but his Williams looks very unstable, but it looks like he's got it under control now, as name changer is now putting pressure on the McLaren, the pole man. Remember, who started on pole pretty well actually, but now in the changeable conditions it looks like he's struggling as well, like Macho, but name changer's got some gap between him and Macho, so he's got an opportunity to get past here. But where can he get that opportunity done? Because obviously he's in the dirty air off the McLaren. There's some damage as well. Who was that? Was that Latest? He stopped a second. There was definitely some front wing flying around. I think it was the Ferrari. Yes, it is. He's got no front wing at all. He's bottled it over the bridge. Probably just daydreaming of just trying to keep the car under control, but he's just lost it completely now. And now this is going to hold up a little bit of a train. But now he's eventually in. And now he too's got to hope for a safety car to get back in this race. I think he was just daydreaming under the bridge, unless he was just trying to keep the car under control or building the gap. Either way, that's just costing the lead. I mean, even with his pace, he could still come back to this group. But it's going to be very hard now, and he's got to throw everything at the tyres now. But now that's just giving Macho the lead, despite him struggling so much. And now Tom has now come back at Macho now. I would say come back at Macho. I think Macho was held up by Latest. But yeah, despite being just a 10-car race, it's pretty entertaining right now. So thank you very much for these guys attending. He's still putting a great show for us as much as he can. Especially when you're fighting for the lead, as Macho looks like, he's squirming over the bridge, as so is the McLaren as well, losing the back end on the braking. But still makes the corner. Both of them brilliant driving skills with these two drivers. They're surely on the limit of each other as well. And it's just a fantastic display around here. Lane changes dropped back a little bit. Bunty's putting the pressure on him now. I think I'm guessing he's trying to get some cool air on the tyres. Hence why he's dropped back a little bit. But now Bunty is going to feel that dirty air now. As all name changes wiggling though too much, as he's gone past Ballboy. Aussie Zero has picked up a 3-second penalty as well. But Bunty is putting the pressure on now. Name changer for P3. I don't know. Name changer's tyres have been overheated already just by trying to push Tom along. But look at the move up front with Tom going down the inside of Macho, but Macho has the inside line in the next corner, and they give each other room. Good move from Tom, brilliant move, and he's got his pole position back in first place. But now, can he break away from Macho? Obviously, if anyone was watching the interviews yesterday for how I felt in the race, it's very hard to predict how fast you want to go if the car lets you when you got no one to chase. And I think I am seeing that with these guys here, because whoever's leading doesn't really want to pull away. Well, when I say I don't want to pull away, I don't think they can find the grip and see if they can actually have the patience to pull away. Obviously Latest did, but he had the upset over the bridge. Ooh, it looked like he went sideways there, Tokyo Drift into that corner. But let's just see if he can keep those tyres in a good window and still pull away from Macho. That's all he needs to do to get a good comfortable gap to probably win this race. And by the looks of it, probably get him to the end as well. As now it's becoming a four-way train. Markey is still just hanging on to these guys. P5 still on the cards for him. I think he's been P5 all along this race, which I think he'll still take. And I think the top four are very close together. I think this is will bring him back into play. So I think he's doing a brilliant job to stay with these guys. Hopefully he will be recruited though for next week. The admins are very impressed with him. He can let him stay. But we'll see as we see name changer. Voice crack. Name Changer and Macho are going side by side. Name Changer giving him a little bit of a bump here, just giving him the hurry up, even though he looks like he's struggling himself on exit. Yeah. Oh God, oversteer. Understeer, sorry, to keep that car sliding. It's going to be really difficult for him. Name Changer goes defensive over Bunty. As latest has gone for softs. Now this is going to be interesting. Was he always on softs? No, he's just pitted. Right, let's just keep an eye on that gap between him and Charlie. It's at 21 seconds. Now it's 20.9. Obviously, latest is generally faster. Yeah, people are pitting. Tom's in. What about Macho? He stays out. Anyone coming in? Name Changer comes in. And so does Markey. Now, could these guys make a very good gamble to get probably the top 3 when these guys pit? Or will they pit? Will they just try and make it to the end? 10 laps to go. Will this be... How long will this wet rain period rule last? That's another big question we need to think about. How long will this heavy rain will last? Because it's clearly they are going for the wet tyres. Will they survive? What about these guys? They have to stay out, well, apart from Pele. So Charlie's the only one. He's pretty much done. He's just done on me around Austria. Went too early, and the weather just played on him pretty much. But a few people have stayed out. Let's just see. Let's see what the gap is. Right, 6.4. But I'm pretty sure it was 6.9 at one stage. Let's still keep an eye. 6.1. 6 seconds. I think they've done well. I mean, it is Ball Boy. They are chasing. But yeah, let's get the leader. That's a good idea. 24.2 seconds. 24.1. 24 seconds. So, ooh, Macho looks like he was going to crab to a stop hold by the looks of it. Still keeps certain nice control. They surely got to be coming in now. Yes, they are. Macho's in. Bunny doesn't look like he is. No, he's staying out. So is this going to be a short period? Or do you think it is going to stop before the end of the race? If that is true, would it be better to put maybe another set of inters on? I'm not too sure. No. It's best if he did stay out. If it is that process, if it is the case, Ball Boy stays out. So I am a little bit concerned what is going to happen. Let's keep... Obviously Macho is on the wets now. Ooh, I don't know if you're allowed to get away with that. 5-second penalty to crossing the pit lane line. And yeah, I think that could be fair enough. He did cross the line. And now he's got a push. Now he's got his best mate Name Changer behind. As Thomas got through Ball Boy on the inter runner. Gap is now 20 seconds now. As Zero gets past Charlie. So I think Ball Boy might be holding a bit of a train here, but I don't know who's made the right strategy. We don't know what's happening. We don't know if the weather's going to get better. Only these guys know. But so far, it is the wet conditions happening for these guys. As the gap is still coming down. Not dramatically, though. It was 19 seconds at the beginning of the lap. It's only 18. So he's only gained a second by the end of this lap, and with a track that's got quite a lot of corners, I don't think that's a lot. So it might be fading down, but oh, this is going to be carnage of the last corner, and it's quite fast corner as well. As Ballboy is just a sitting duck, but now is Matthew going to take? It's been compromised his line. Name changer going down the inside. That's all. There was contact between them two. Ballboy was a little bit of a mess in that, but they managed to sort each other out. Next guy who's on Ballboy's hit list is Markey, as he gets another 3-second penalty. That's 6 seconds in total. And he's putting the pressure. Well, he's going all out with his battery by the looks of it. Gap ahead is now 16.2 seconds. That's name changer. It's still keeping Macho for company. That's Lily slides in the back of him. I see Markey trying to get the move done on Ballboy. Around the outside is P5. As I think he will still get P5 because it's latest! Exit of the bridge again where he lost his front wing. This is a virtual safety car. Ooh. And there's a safety car coming out. You can see on the mini-map, safety car has now been deployed. That's going to help Bunty if he pits for wets. He's probably going to have to. Bunty is cruising like a real pro. Keep going and grab that. I'm guessing grab that win. He's being very smart with his strategy. Would he have got to the end? I'm not too sure. The gap wasn't coming down quick enough than I predicted. So, but you see, Bunty can pit and probably still come out second. That's how big the gap is. But would you go for a fresh set of inters or fresh set of wets? Would it still be heavy rain? Or will it stop? We don't know. We have to see what he does. Which is a handful of laps to go. I think we have 5 laps when we get going. So it will be a dash to the finish line for a race win and podiums. But yeah, Bunty's in a very good position. And the safety cars help him well. Bring him, despite him being pretty much 4th for the whole of the entire race. He's got a very good opportunity to get the win here. But it depends if Tom, Macho and Name Changer responds by pitting. But Ballboy made the pit stop and he's gone to full wets. So we have to see. I don't know what the difference tyre life would be on wet conditions, on the full wet tyres at least. Would it make a huge impact of old tyres and new tyres? We will find out eventually. Oh, he wiggles in the pits even though he's not going that fast. But yeah, let's see what tyres he puts on. This will be very crucial for his part of the race. And it is full wet. It's still full wet conditions. Tom stays out, understandably. What about Macho? Does he come in? Does he try to get the fresh tyres? Let's say fresh tyre glitch, let's just say. Macho comes in, so does Name Changer. What about Markey? Does Markey come in? Oh, he hesitates, but he doesn't come in. He can't anyway because he couldn't cross the white line. Zero comes in. Zero stays outside. Charlie comes in for a full set of wets. That will help his little mistake earlier in the last safety car restart. But look at that, Bunty is now in second place with only 4 lap-old tyres, so it's not going to be much difference. And I think arguably Tom is the faster driver, but we don't know in wet conditions who will be the faster. driver, because everyone has their little very hints of talents when it comes to racing. And I think when it comes to wets, I think Bunty could be the quickest one. But now we're seeing inters. So now I'm really confused. Charlie's gone back to inters. I don't know what's going on. It's like pick odd or even. Right on, so you're putting on wets. I don't know what's going on because we've got some people that's on old wet tyres. We've got some people that are on new wet tyres. But also some people are on new inters. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the weather's doing. I don't know who's on the best strategy. It's bonkers at the minute, but like I said, only a 9-car race now. It's still quite entertaining, but that's like a just entertaining. But let's see who will make the top spot of the podium. Who's made the right call? Will Bunty get his first place back from the pole man, who arguably is the fastest driver? Oh, Tom's making a late gamble into the pits. As oh, that was naughty, I think. Bring the points home, Bunty. Right. I didn't read the whole of that comment, but I'm pretty sure you're rooting for Bunty, another Bunty supporter. It's a 1-2 for Mercedes now. And again, different tyres. I don't know who's done it. Hopefully Zero did not pick any damage from Marky pitting. As Marky hit eyes. That's just unfortunate. Unless he can come back into the pits and get that 5-second remove. But by the looks of it, it looks like he's got a 12-second. Let's just have a look. If we can actually look, please. Fast as that goes to Macho though, so he will take home the extra point. $11 seconds for Marky. He's had a good race so far. He's had a good debut despite the turnout. Hopefully, he is here just to have fun. He is here just to take part for my benefit. So I do really appreciate that he's turned up. And he actually had the pace as well to match with the front runners as well. So I'm very thankful that it's turned out good at the end. It's just a shame of the turnout at the beginning, but I think he still takes pleasure of taking part, which I do appreciate that, mate. So thank you for doing that. As Ball Boy now is coming back around. So the top two, Mercedes on the wets. Looks like the safety car is staying out for another lap. So I think I mean, if I was Marky, I would pit in to get that 5-second remove, but I'm not too sure if you have any fresh inters. Go Bunty, another Bunty fan, the GOAT from Parrots, who is not here unfortunately. I wish he was, otherwise you would have missed this great racing going on. As Zero comes in and he's just left Bunty to hang for himself. How much do you think he's shaking right now? I'm watching. Good for you, mate. Do you know, I can imagine Bunty being that guy from the film Aeroplane. You remember the film Aeroplane? Like, this is how old you are watching. Do you remember the comedy film Aeroplane? And he tries to land it and he's sweating buckets out there. That's how I can imagine Bunty right now. when he's just the only guy on the full wets and not really having probably the pacers, macho and name changer behind. Great movie, yeah. See, I got someone old in the chat. Thank you. I'm not that old. I'm only 24 in year the way I speak. But yeah, great movie that is. But yeah, just imagine Bunty being like that right now, and I think he wouldn't mind the safety car staying out for another lap. But I don't think that's very likely, as I love his camera angle as we get from the safety car as well, from the Aston Martin, of course, still having his lights underneath the car. And now he's going to come into the pits for the final time this evening. Oh, this is good. I'm thinking it's either going to be really good for Bunty or it's going to be very horrible. But would he get to the... If it is horrible, would he get to the end in one piece? We'll find out. Would he come out on top? Will name changer or Macho take advantage of that? Charlie up into P4. We didn't actually see that. He's been quiet in the back, but he's got Tom behind him and Marquis as well. He's no slouch, and everyone else behind, raring to go on the inters. But when is Bunty going to go? Will he have the grip? Will he have the pace? It's still raining pretty hard at some points, but let's see. Going across the line now. Yeah, and look at him just getting hunted down by 800 drivers behind. As you see, Tom making a move already as Charlie. I think Markey went for a move as well. As all they're going side by side at exit turn 3. As Markey gives the place back, I think it was Markey's little mistake. Almost contact behind as well. By the looks of it, someone looked like he went really deep there. But I think he managed to get away with it. Bunty, though, always getting hunted by name changer, but still holds the lead in the sector 1. But I think the damage is through Charlie, wherever Steve Griffin says. I think he's on the edge of surviving, but he's still got another 2-3 laps to go. I think he has to accept his wrong here, but I'm not too sure. Can he hold on? Look at this train. Reminder, it's a 9-car race here, all in one shot. Look at that. Will there be any damage behind him? Charlie's still getting pumped around by the Red Bull, I believe. Is he going to go for the move? No. Bunty is shutting the door, and I think I think he would say, "I've left." I can't even speak. He's making me nervous. Marky's got through Charlie. Pelle's trying to follow him through. And does he make the move? Yes, he does. So does Charlie behind. Charlie's trying to get the position back, and it's not working for him. He's lost 3 places into 1. And Charlie's big in the pits. And he's got a 3-second penalty, so I think that will be his time done. So it's going to be a 8-car race, and it is. Bunty is still holding the lead after lap 1. So I think he can clearly call himself the GOAT, because he's managed to hold his position with 3 hungry drivers who deserves the win also. Can Bunty hold on? It's gonna be so tough. Just over 2.5 laps ago, he is struggling out there. As go Macho down the inside of the pair of them, from P3 to P1, and now name changer follows him through. Bunty tries to hold on, and he's just have to accept fate. Now Marky's all over the back of him. Now, can Marky... This will be another interesting thing. Can Marky... I think we have to accept the thing the wets are not that good anymore. Charlie says he's done racing now. These guys don't know how to... Okay. As Bunty and Marky are getting really feisty. As Bunty's just helped his team there. They're just took 2 positions in 1. Smarky still holds on. Tom has got... Oh no, Name Change just spun it. I don't know if there was contact. That was quite a long way down the pit straight for a spin. But now he's lost it now. He's out of the fight for the lead. And now it's between Tom and Macho. Can Tom come back at Macho? These two and Macho has just been all over each other throughout this race. Zero is now getting away. Could Zero out of nowhere get a podium? Marky's trying to get through Bunty. Bunty is still holding on. Is it on? No, it can't be on the crossover too, really. Marky's struggling to put the power down. But you can pretty much still see it's in the conditions because he is still gaining under braking, as you can just see there. But can he get this move done? He's got no battery to defend and he goes wide. And Marky gets the move done. Now, has he got the time to break away over a lap? He needs to get it by 11 seconds. On the wet tyres, I don't know. Anything can happen, really. But now we're coming up to the last lap. Macho leads the way on the final lap. And he's still got Tom for company here. As we still see actions behind, and it's Pele getting through Bunty. Bunty's down to 6 now. He might get pressured by Ballboy here. It's just the inevitable happening. He tried to. I respect the decision of trying to stay out on wets, but it was just not the right tyre. If he was on the inters, it probably would have been race win for him. If not a podium, either way he did truly deserve it for the commitment he had. But Tom is putting all the pressure on Macho on the last lap. There's nothing between these two, no penalties, no tyre life difference, there's nothing, it's just pure pace between these two. But who's going to come out on top, the Dutchman or the Scouser? It's fine lines, are probably 2 opportunities to go, and this is one of them for an overtake. Nope, Macho still keeps his line. The other opportunity is down here. But it's not working. Goes all around the back of him. He's got a good exit though on Macho. Could get him into the last part of the lap, last part of the corners here. As we see, Name Changer gets a penalty. As Marky puts pressure on Zero here for P3 on the podium. But it's going to be Macho takes it full Williams from Tom, the pole sitter. I think the two are going to be very happy. Who's going to get third place on track? It's going to be Zero from Marky. But Pele, is he going to get third? No, he doesn't. But Ballboy finishes in 5th. But with Bunty in 6th, despite being on the wets. Marky in 7th, and unfortunately Name Change it down in 8th. As Zero takes the driver of the day. I really don't know, because I think he did start from the back, near the back anyway. But I couldn't tell you who takes driver of the day. I think it's literally between Macho, Tom and Name Changer, in my opinion. Because them two have been all over each other, thick and thin throughout the race. I mean, you could arguably say Bunty as well for the committed strategy on the full wets. But it wasn't meant to be. I think he knew he didn't have the pace on paper, so he had to take the gamble. It's either that or nothing. But he managed to fall down. He still finished the P6 though on the full wets, which is good. But Macho is your race winner for Williams, followed by Tom the pole man, putting pressure on him all the step of the way, followed by Zero out of all drivers in third place, followed by Pele, Ballboy, Bunty, as we just mentioned, Marky on Stevie in P7, and unfortunately, Name Changer is in P8, followed by Charlie, the non-finishers, Charlie, Latest, Sano, Ivo, and Bulow. It does complete your grid. And despite that, I do think it was quite a good race, probably to watch. I hope it was fun for you to watch this evening, despite the turnout. And look at all those tyres. Everyone was committed to stopping, giving their pit crew a bit of a workout. But we'll get the top three in. I almost stopped there. Just bear with me, chat. As we will add the top three in, which is Tom, Matcha, and Zero. As we wait for the top three to get in, what's your view on the race this evening, despite the turnout? Was it been a very good race to watch, a very entertaining race? We'll find out when this stream is over, but we have one of the podium drivers here, which is Tom, the pole man himself. Hello. As we will wait, it's only the top three that gets interviews, Charlie, as I'm pretty sure you well know. But I don't think anyone else is coming in at this minute. So we'll start off with you, Tom. Obviously, you believe got pole position in the qualifying. But unfortunately, you didn't make it work out for the race, but it was really close between you, Matcha, and Name Change as well. Tell us through that race from your point of view.
Well, I think my driving was good. It was just more about getting the strategy right, which I didn't get it right in the end. It was that last safety car pitting to the inters that me waiting that extra lap and being behind the safety car lost me the positions to Macho and mid TC, so that's what caused me to be behind at the end. But
yeah, I mean, you still put a brilliant race. I mean, I did said on the stream, it was only an average turnout, but despite that, it was still brilliant racing between quite a lot of you. I think there was a 5-car race for the lead at one point, especially at the beginning. But then you, Macho, and Name Changer were just swapping positions constantly and fairly as well. But was that? Did you enjoy that, or was that a bit of an irritation for you? Because I know, particularly the wet tyres can be, let's say, quite sensitive when it comes to wheel action. Did you wanted that, or did you want just a clean race pace from yourself to probably attack at the end?
yeah, I mean, it was fun, to be fair. I mean, the racing in the inters was quite good, and it was nice and clean, and it was fun to have that battle, even though I didn't win. But of course, you like a race where, like, you just drive away, you just win, you feel like got good pace. But it's not always about that. Like, especially I'm a reserve, so I just turn up for fun. So having them battles is much better than a boring race. And there was only a couple of safety cars today. It was better than other weeks where it's like safety car every lap. So yeah, that battle at the end was it was good.
Yeah, it was good. And obviously we still got just here in the chat. I just wanted to ask you of the same question that I was talked about yesterday in my interview. When you're in the lead, is it hard to, because you have been swapping for the lead occasionally, I believe, in that race. Um, was it hard to try and maintain and pull away from the gap from the guys behind, or was it just gameplay for me? Basically, is it harder to pull away from the field when you're in the lead around here?
I'd say it's easier here than at most other tracks, just because there's so many corners and little DRS straights. And in the first like stint up until the first safety car, I was about to pull away from Lattice, but then in the second stint, I was saving my ARS for when for like for the pit stop for the inters. But yeah, Lattice just overtook me at like the perfect time before the safety car came out. So, but yeah, at that point I was more focused on Macho than Lattice because Macho's medium, so way quicker than I thought they'd be, and it was way easier for him to get through the field than I thought it'd be. And then in the like wet conditions, I didn't really get much of a chance to pull away. I was ahead. When did I got ahead of Macho, I think, in the inters, and then I pulled like a 1.3 or 4 second gap, and then pitted the right lap for wets and gained like 5 seconds. So I was in the lead by like, oh well, that was P2 because Bunty stayed out, and then the safety car came out, and I decided not to pit, and that's where it went wrong. But yeah, it's easier to pull away, especially in the wet.
That's good to know. But at the end of the day, P2 for you, which you'll take, you're just taking the fun out of it, really. Which is no, I don't mean it in that way. You're basically having more fun of battling with like guys on Macho and Name Changer than the actual result as well. So that's good to see. Um, obviously, but congratulations on your P2. Next week, if we do see you, we're in Brazil. Pretty much the home in F1 in my eyes of the great Ayrton Senna. Do you think you got a chance probably getting a hat trick maybe of pole, fastest lap and a race win?
Well, I do like Brazil, so that would be nice. But again, I'm not really looking to come and dominate like I just turn up in no practice. So yeah, if I just like won like that, it's might not be as fun as if the battles we had today. That was quite fun, but we'll have to see if I'm available next week.
Yeah, we will see it. And I think you, from your type of driving style, I think you would like it to be wet like it was tonight because you, like from last week in Monza, you just dominated in the rain. And it looked like you could have done it tonight, but just not enough laps for you to do it. But P2 for you, hopefully you could be one better next week. And hopefully we'll see you again next week.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you.
Well, from P2 to P1 is Macho, who made a late arrival into the interviews, but better late than never.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, sorry for that.
yeah, nice to hear you on stream for once. But
It's been a long time.
congratulations on your win. Um, how did it feel out there? Because it felt like you were on the ragged edge most of the time, especially in the inters conditions.
Oh man, do I suck on that interconditions. I was drifting around and well, I mean it's like I got like a few right strategy calls this race, which helped me out quite a lot. So yeah, other than that, I don't think I would have beat Tom. But yeah, sometimes you need some luck, otherwise you won't get there. But yeah, for the rest, I think the dry pace was quite decent, but the wet pace was just ass.
Yeah, it kind of looked like that, especially when Lotus just overtook you like you weren't there, which we rarely see from you getting under pressure like that um, when we look back on it. But somehow you managed to compose yourself and still hold position at the time. And obviously, I think were you one of the drivers that were on the wets earlier on, or were you on the
Mm,
inters? I'm not
I
too
stayed
sure.
out one lap longer than Tom on the inters, and then I pitted for wets, and then the gap was like 6 seconds. So in that one lap, I lost like four
Okay,
seconds. But yeah,
so you basically needed a safety car to give you a chance of maybe one or two more positions because you were struggling on the inters. May be fair, you were probably the slowest, one of the slowest in your little group of inters. So you really had your luck to go your way this afternoon.
yeah, definitely yes. And I mean, I'm happy I got my win this season. I can finally like I'll continue the Lewis Hamilton streak of winning in every season I've done in FRL so far.
Well, he did, especially did it for the Williams family, which I'm very proud to see. Which is
Yeah.
still can't get around my head around you driving in blue instead of red. Um, but
Oops,
yeah,
I dropped to a reserve, but yeah, we move.
yeah, but yeah, amazing win for you, and I think probably from your point of view, quite a lucky win as well by getting the pressure off Tom, who is probably a masterclass in the wets. Was there fair driving between the both of you near the end of that race, or were you just trying to get basically were you trying to get through the last few laps in one piece instead of breaking away?
Well, I tried breaking away, but you could clearly see that was not working because the gap was 1.3 and it came all the way down to like 2 tenths, and yes, I was definitely struggling. But it's just my driving style is not really suited for the wet, and I guess I need to work on it. But yeah, not today.
Well, we're going to hope that doesn't happen next week because obviously Tom is quite a master in the rain around Brazil, which we will be going next week. Are you hoping for a straight, um, just a forward race win next week if it does happen?
Depends on if I will be there, but yes, I obviously hope it's gonna be dry when I'm driving. But I don't know about that, like team event wise and stuff. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get more people to join as well to put some more spice in the action. But I did said to Tom, despite the turnout, it was a fantastic race to watch. I think all cars were in one shot with Bunty leading the train, which was really amazing to see. But yeah, congratulations on your win. Obviously, season to season, race to race, you just find a way to get these good results for you, which is amazing to see. Hopefully, you will be fine again with Tom and Name Changer as well, and a few others for that race win next week.
Yeah, thanks for doing the comms. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah,
I
maybe see
tried
you
to.
next week.
It was hard to keep up at times trying to name people's names, but I think I did all right despite the dramatic going through this race. Well, leading up to this race, let's say. But yeah, that is F1 this evening. Hopefully, you have joined the stream with me, Michael F1, as your commentator this afternoon. I probably won't be here next week because family is over, but should be there the week after. But I will be there on Monday night, 7 p.m. for you. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, which you will get noted every Monday and Tuesday. And we'll hope to see you all then for the next race for F2 in Brazil. Goodbye. This has been Michael F1, and goodbye.